Hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wellness Wednesday. And welcome to part 4 of Calm the Mind. And so today I want to take a look at some tools that we can use when we're out and about. In my own life, in my own story, anxiety has been something that I have learned to manage, but at times has completely taken me down. And Christmas time can be sometimes fairly uncomfortable for me and has been over previous years, to the point of a panic attack one Christmas Eve. And, I've had to learn a lot about myself, my own boundaries coming into the season. And there's a lot of social now. And, if you've ever had a panic attack, the one thing you know is that you don't want to go back there. But sometimes panic attack happens without you, right? It just happens. And so over the last 3 weeks, we've talked about, in week 1, we used some energy medicine holds that I find so helpful and my students find so helpful. So that was in week 1. In week 2, we looked at what does our morning look like? How do we step into our day? And how can we calm our mind as we're stepping into our day? So we looked at some tools there. Last week, we looked at a yoga pose, Baddha Konasana, to help calm our nervous systems in the evening. Just something to set us up for a better night's sleep, for a calmer nervous system. And, at this time of year, we need to take that time to calm our nervous system. There's the hype of the season, as we've talked about, and there's a lot more social gatherings going on. Also, we're finishing work, we're running around, we're doing shopping, we're making food, we're filling the freezer, we're getting ready for people to come, and we're also heading out socially. And what I've heard from a lot of my students so far is, ooh, I'm getting tired, right? We're at the 13th of December, and already we're starting to feel that. And we want to make the most of the Christmas season. We know what it feels like all over the world to be in lockdown through a Christmas season. And now we get to be with everybody, no mask, the whole thing. We're, optional for the masks. And we want to feel good, and we're allowed to feel good. But sometimes we get ourselves to the point that we're just so wound, and then we're heading into a social situation and the anxiety starts to go up, 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 or we're standing in line at the mall. So today I want to share with you a few tools that I use and I teach that I find really helpful. Okay? All right. So let's start. Say we're in line at the mall and there's lots of people and the place is packed and there's people everywhere. And I don't know about you, but I don't like that feeling. I actually don't like to be in that situation. And I work very hard to not be. That's a boundary for me that I know will lead to anxiety. But sometimes it just happens. And so what I use and what I teach is the pause breath. I can't sit down and meditate in the middle of this line. Or I've walked into a social gathering, and I don't know about you, but I have often struggled with dressing for an event. I walk in and I feel like I'm overdressed or I'm underdressed, but sometimes I feel like I just never got it right. And that can make me very anxious. So I walk in, I look around, I'm like, I'm either too casual, I'm overdressed up. And because I would be stressed out and anxious, it's more of a bigger deal than it would normally be. Now, that doesn't bother me, okay? But it used to quite a bit. So what are some things that we can do when we feel that escalating and we know we want to be present and enjoy? okay? Or we just want to get ourselves through this line. So pause breath is something that I use. So I want you to take your attention to your feet and just close your eyes. Nobody's going to notice, right? You keep them open if you want. Feel your feet anchored to the ground. And I've since added a little heel thump, okay? We talked about that in our first week, but you could add a little heel thump. And just bringing you into the present moment. Inhale and exhale 3 times, staying focused on your feet. Then open up the eyes, okay? Again, the eyes don't have to stay closed, but just notice how much more grounded you are into your feet, into your body. You're connected and you're calmer. It's a very, very helpful tool. Okay, some other things that I like to use is crystals and essential oil. I found essential oil when my anxiety was very, very high, and I've always found it helpful. The same with crystals. I mean, here's what I say to my students. If you've never tried it, you don't know. Okay? And saying, oh, well, that works or doesn't work, having never tried it is a judgment. And how can we let go of judgment and just be open to possibilities? So some of the things that I will carry with me, let's say I'm going to go to the mall or I know I'm going into a crowded place. I might carry obsidian, which is a protector. I might carry tourmaline, which is also a protector, or I might carry amethyst. If I'm going into a social situation, social gathering where I want to go and have fun, amethyst is calming. Okay, also connects us to our intuition. Sodalite, another one for anxiety, helping to calm. And I mean, I've been known to put crystals in my bra for sure. It's amazing what we can carry in there, but also in my pocket, okay, or in my purse if I have a little side purse. And I can reach in and just work with that crystal a little bit. Okay, that brings me into the moment. Brings my brain right here, right now. Everything's okay. All right. So those I find helpful. Another one I find helpful is essential oil. Again, using the essential oil of your choice. I love bergamot. Lavender is very calming, but for me, it's too calming. It's more of a nighttime thing. Bergamot, for me, and one of its benefits, okay, is that it is energizing and calming. That's what I love about it. So I often get these little makeup pads. I've used Kleenex before too, but I find the makeup pad holds the best. I'll put a drop or two on there. I find that the bracelets are great, but they don't hold the scent long enough for me. Okay. And I'll just smell that. Now, you could put that in your pocket. You could put that in your purse. I put it in my bra. Okay. I can smell that. I will usually do my neck. I don't wear perfume anymore. I only wear essential oils. I might do a little of this before I head out or before I walk in to a social situation. And then I'll just put it there. I can smell it. That's why I like it there, because I can smell it. All right. I find that in a social situation, you know, I'm getting a little anxious. I'll excuse myself, go to the bathroom, and I'll just sit my essential oils, breathing it in. Okay, that will help calm me. I'm using my breath. I'm breathing in the bergamot. It's taking me down a number of notches. All right. And then I head back out. These are all great tools that I have used to help manage my anxiety in social situations, crowded situations, family, right? Family gatherings. Sometimes it just is what it is, right? I mean, maybe there's some friction with family or whatever. The only thing that I can do is to work on keeping myself grounded. So stepping into my day or stepping into your day, knowing where you're at, okay? Doing your morning practice, whatever that looks like for you, 5, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever it is. In the evening, spending time calming your nervous system, game changer. Okay, setting you up for a better night's sleep and allowing your body, your nervous system to just calm down and relax. Using some tools when you're heading out and about, like the pause breath, essential oils, crystals, okay, whatever works, whatever you find, play with it. It's a different recipe for everyone. I've found a lot of great results with the bergamot, and I have a lot of students using bergamot for that reason. It works really well for them. So the results that I've seen around that essential oil have been very positive. Okay. But play with it. Doesn't work for you, look for another scent, try another scent. There's stress away, there's calm. There's so many essential oils now that are just right there on our radar. And they can be so, well, they are. They are so helpful. Okay. So just remember, as you're coming into this season, it doesn't have to be horrible. It doesn't have to be stressful. And there are some people who are like, Christmas joy right from start to the end and love everything Christmas and just go along. Okay. I'm not one of those people. And I know I'm not alone because I've talked to lots of people who are like that. And so when you take that time to make yourself a priority so that you don't end up somewhere like I did that Christmas Eve, the full panic attack, but you can come through the season feeling a little calmer, a little more connected, and the opportunity to find more joy in the season. Okay, you deserve that, right? Totally do. And remember, done is better than perfect. When we're feeling overwhelmed, when we're feeling very anxious, take a look at your list and what can go. What can go, what can be designated to someone else. Remember, ask for help when you need it. People are there to help you. They want to help you. Ask someone else to bring something just to lighten your load. Okay, if you always make this, well, maybe this year you don't. Okay, you're worth the energy. You're worth making yourself a priority, and done is always better than perfect. And most importantly, your mental health matters. Always. So take care of you and give yourself the holiday season that you deserve. All right. Lots of love. I will see you next week, and then we'll take a week off between Christmas and New Year's, and then we'll be back at it. All right. Thanks so much. Happy Wednesday, and I hope you have a great week and enjoy the tools that we have talked about and find them helpful.